Good morning to everybody. Welcome to the online class. Today we are going to see the revision for half-yearly exam. Next week you are going to write the half-yearly exam. So I will do the revision. It is to one lesson from civics part. Civics part, first lesson, forms of government and democracy. I revise all the answers from this chapter. Okay, I will revise one by one every answer from this chapter. First, choose the correct answer. Already we have marked all the answers from the choose the correct answer. First one is system of government which one person reigns supreme, usually a king, queen or queen, is called monarchy. It is one of the form of government. The form of government we have seen about 7 forms of government. It is one among the forms of government, monarchy. One person rule the country. He will be a supreme. That is known as monarchy. The second one is a system of government with absolute power. Here also only one person, but he has got the absolute power, all the power in his hand. All the power in the sense legislative power, executive power and judiciary power, all these three powers will be having the government. All three powers will be having one person. He is the autocrat. So that system of government is known as autocracy. Former Soviet Union is an example for oligarchy. Oligarchy means a group of people rule of group of people. That is oligarchy. That is former Soviet Union. Now Russia is there. Previously called USSR, United States of Soviet Russia. Union of so many states known as USSR. That USSR, that is the former Soviet Union that was ruled by many group of people, that is known as oligarchy. Select the odd one, that is USA. It is not matching with all the other three, different from all the three, that is USA. Abraham Lincoln was the first president of USA, the USA. Kudavole system was followed by Cholas. The Chola period, in Cholas ruled the Tamil Nadu, 3 kingdoms. Among the 3 kingdoms, South Indian kingdoms, Cholas were famous. Their administration was very efficient in that they followed the system, the administration, especially the rural, local self-government. The system was followed, known as Kudavole, Cholas. Direct democracy in olden times existed, the city-states of ancient Greece. Direct democracies followed the smaller countries. This ancient Greece was small country. There was a direct democracy. Government people take part in the administration. That is direct democracy. From which language was the term democracy derived? That means Greek language, from demo and crazy. People's power. Demo and crazy means people's power. Democracy. People's power. This word derived from Greek term. In democracy, the final authority rests with the people. Democratic countries, people only powerful. People only powerful. Which one of the country has the presidential form of government? USA. USA is an example for the presidential form of government. Recently, the presidential election held, the Democratic Party leader won the election. So he is going to take the presidentialship January month. So the America, USA is an example for a presidential form of government. The largest democratic country in the world is India. India is the largest democratic party in the world. Many democratic countries are there, but India is the largest. The next one is ascertain reason. The answer is both A and B are true and R explains A. This is the answer. Two statements given: direct democracy is practiced in Switzerland. Switzerland also one of the smallest country. There also direct democracy is followed. People directly participates in the decision making. The direct democracy, people directly take part in the decision making. The government, they are taking part. Directly they are taking part. No representatives. Our country, India, is a democratic country, biggest democratic country where people are not directly taking part, but the people's representatives take part in the government. The 13th one, that is both A and R are true and R explains A. Here the two statements: India is a parliamentary form of democracy. Parliamentary form, there is a parliament house. That parliament house, two houses are there, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is the lower house, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. Lok Sabha is a powerful house because there the people's representatives represented in the lower house. So it is a powerful house. Now, yesterday the Prime Minister Modi laid a foundation for a new parliament building. The present parliament building built during the period of British. The meaning of franchise is right to vote. Right to vote. Franchise. Adult franchise. We follow, our country follow the adult franchise. Adult franchise means based on the age, one can vote, cast the vote at the time of election based on age. That is adult franchise. Franchise means right to vote. One who attained the age of 18 eligible to cast the vote in India. Grant of universal franchise creates social equality. Social equality. Universal franchise. Universal social equality. Prime Minister of India is appointed by President. President appoints the Prime Minister at the time of election. Which party gets majority seats in the parliament election, that party leader will be appointed as the Prime Minister of India by the President. President Mr. Ramnath Kovind is the President of India. He appoints the Prime Minister. The President of India can nominate 12 members to Rajya Sabha. He has got the right to nominate 12 members to Rajya Sabha. 2 members Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha also he can nominate 2 members. Lok Sabha, the President can nominate 2 members, but the Rajya Sabha, he can nominate 12 members. The first general elections after independent India was held 1951 to 52. First general election after independence held in India in the year 1951 to 52. That first parliament election, Congress party won. That party leader Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India. Filling the blanks. Constitution of India was finally adopted in 26 November 1949. Finally adopted 26th November 1949. Came into force January 26, 1950, that is celebrated as Republic Day. two types of democracy or direct and indirect democracy. There are two types of democracy, that is direct and indirect democracy. An example for direct democracy, Switzerland already we have seen. India is a parliamentary form of democracy. Parliamentary form of democracy. Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of independent India. The first general election were held in British India in the year 1920. During the period of British rule in India, one general election held, that is in the year 1920. Parliament House in India was designed by the Edwin Herbert Baker and Edwin Newtons. Okay. Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker, these are the two people designed the Parliament House of India. Match the following: autocracy, North Korea, autocratic rule in North Korea, still it exists. Right to vote, 18, one who attained the age of 18, it's the right to vote. Chanakya Arthashastra, theocracy, Vatican City. It is a form of government in Vatican, Pope rule. There the form of government is known as theocracy. Give short answers. Give Abraham Lincoln's definition for democracy. Was the first president of India. He has given the definition of democracy. Government of the people, by the people and for the people. This is the definition given by Abraham Lincoln. Forms of government, democracy, there are two forms of government, democracy we have seen. That is parliamentary form of government and presidential form of government. These are the two forms of democratic government. These are the two forms of democratic form of government. Then the distinguish between direct and indirect democracy. Democracy, two types, direct democracy and indirect democracy. Which all the countries follow the direct democracy? Ancient Greek, city-states, Switzerland, and indirect democracy, India, USA and UK. These are examples for indirect democracy. Then the detailed question, first one, what are the challenges to Indian democracy? Explain. Challenges of Indian democracy. Our country is a vast, very big democratic country in the world. Some of the challenges, still our country, democratic country, facing some of the challenges. Here it is mentioned about 8 challenges. First one is literacy. Still, many people are illiterate. Illiterate means who is not knowing to read and write. So that the government is taking many steps to eradication of illiteracy, free and compulsory education, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, like this. Poverty is another challenge. Still, many people are starving without food. Starvation is there. Basic needs they cannot fulfill. One who is unable to fulfill the basic needs, it is below the poverty line. That is poverty. Gender discrimination, male-female, male domination in the societies, they are still existing in some of the states in India. Regionalism, between the states, dispute, border dispute, cultural dispute, so many disputes are there between the states. That is regionalism, casteism, communalism, religious fundamentalism, religious fanaticism. Like this, many issues are there in the democratic country in India. Corruption is there, corruption. Some of the officials, mostly the officials are corrupt people, corruption, taking money and doing something. That is, to do something they are taking money and doing. That is corruption. Criminalization of politics. To become to form the government, to enter the ministry, they are doing the criminals. There are criminals. They are following some shortcut ways to catch the political power. That is criminalization of politics. Political violence. Violence happens here and there. Some violence takes place regarding the politics. Like this, here mentioned about 8 challenges of democratic country, our democratic country facing all these challenges. About 8 challenges here mentioned. Then the next one is, next paragraph question. Explain the conditions necessary for the success of democracy in India. Explain the conditions necessary for the success of democracy in India. Then page number 242, the conditions of the success of democracy in India is given. Here about 8 or 9 points. 9 points given. Empowerment of the poor and illiterates to enjoy the goodness of democracy. Still our democracy is not successful, not a successful democracy. If our country if our country success in democracy must follow some of the conditions. Empowerment of the poor and illiterates to enjoy the goodness of democracy. Poor people, downtrodden people must enjoy the goodness of democracy. They must give the power to the poor people and illiterates. Then willingness among the elected people not to misuse their powerful position and public wealth. Willingness among the elected people not to misuse, the elected people should not misuse their power. After becoming the powers, MLAs, MPs, they are misusing their post. That is, not using it properly. That is, not using their power for the betterment of the country and betterment of the people. Misusing their power. Some are more selfish, not generous, not helping the poor. Eradication of social evils and dangers from which democracy suffers. Eradication of social evils. There are some of the social evils still exist in our country. Social evils. The ancient period, medieval period and all, some of the social reformers came forward to reform the society, Indian society, and eradicated so many evils from the Indian society. Still, some of the social evils exist in the Indian society. That must be eradicated. Eradication. Remove from the society. An impartial and efficient press to form the public opinion. The press must be impartial. Impartial. That means genuine information they have to publish in the paper. That is impartial and efficient press to form the public opinion. Presence of strong public opinion. People's participation, we can say that strong opinion they must have. The people raise their opinions. That is presence of strong public opinion. Feeling of tolerance and communal harmony among the people. Tolerance and of communal harmony, unity. They should not give chance for violence and all, but they have to develop the feeling of tolerance and communal harmony among the people. Awareness among the people of fundamental rights. The Constitution mentioned the fundamental rights. 6 fundamental rights mentioned in the Constitution. Many people still may not be knowing about the fundamental rights. That must be making aware of among the people. Then conscious check and vigilance on the working of elected representatives. We have to check people's representatives, how they are working for the welfare of the country, people, and all. They have to constantly, we have to check the elected representatives. Then powerful and responsible opposition. Must have the powerful and responsible opposition. The successful democracy has the powerful and responsible opposition. Central government, parliament also has a strong opposition, that is Congress party is the opposition party in the parliament. Here the state assembly DMK is the opposition party of the ruling party. Like this, some strong responsible opposition party must be there in the for the success of democracy. All these points mentioned about these conditions for the success of democracy in India, about 9 points given. The third paragraph I have given the notes. You might have read that notes. Okay, fine. Then the next lesson from the civics part, 2 lessons are there for the half-yearly exam. First and second one. Second one, election, political parties and pressure groups. This is the second chapter. These 2 chapters you have to learn for half-yearly exam. And economics part, first lesson you have to learn. I will say something about choose the correct answer from the second chapter. India has adopted the electoral system followed in the United Kingdom, UK. Because the British were ruling our country, the same system is followed in our country after independence. The Election Commission of India is an independent body. There is an election commission in India. Headquarters is in New Delhi. The responsibility of election commission is conduct a free and fair election in India. The article of the Constitution provide an election commission, Article 324. Article 324 of the Constitution says about the election commission. Election commission. You should have the election commission in India. Which part of the Constitution of India says about the election commission? Part 15. Part 15 says about the election commission. Who accords recognition to various political parties as national or regional parties? The election commission. Political parties get the recognition through the election commission. Election commission only giving the recognition for the political parties. There are 6 national parties. All the 6 national parties got the recognition from the election commission. Many regional parties in Tamil Nadu, many regional parties are there, and ruling party ADMK, opposition party ADMK, like this, some more regional parties are there. For all these regional parties also getting the recognition from the election commission. A certain reason, A, both A and R are true and R explains A. Indian Constitution provides an independent election commission, independent to ensure free and fair election in the country. Already I said about it. Then the NOTA is one of the options. NOTA is introduced in the year 2014. 2014 only first introduced this NOTA. None of the above. Who is not willing to vote anyone of the person, he can use that option NOTA that is introduced in the year 2014. The term pressure groups originated in the USA. USA only first started the pressure groups. In our country, India also the pressure groups are there, but first started in USA. Then the ninth one, ascertain and reason. Both A and R are true and R explain. Both A and R are true and R does not explain A. A large number of pressure groups exist in India. Large number of in India pressure groups are there, not large group. Large group pressure groups are there in USA. Okay, the B is the correct answer for ninth one. Fill in the blanks. The Election Commission of India is a body of 3 members. 3-member Election Commission, 3 members are the Chief Election Commissioner and assisted by 2 Assistant Election Commissioners. National Voters' Day has been celebrated on January 25th. Voters' Day, January 25th. In India, multi-party system is followed. Many parties are there in India. In 2017, there were 7 recognized national parties. Narmada Bachao Andolan is a pressure group. Match the following: national party, 7 national parties, single party system, only 1 party system in China, 2 party system in USA, pressure groups, trade unions. Trade unions are also one of that pressure group. Okay. Give short answers. Explain the electoral system in India. Explain the electoral system in India. And they explain the electoral system in India, give the meaning of political parties, distinguish between 2-party system and multi-party system. What is the pressure group? Okay, all these questions you learn for the exam. So these 2 lessons are there for the half-yearly exam. Prepare well for the exam. Thank you.